Hello and welcome. I'm just some guy playing with his stones. And if you're thinking, that's something you probably want to do in private, you're right. But maybe for different reasons than what you're thinking right now. For starters, this video was brought to you by Ben, who was kind enough to reach out to me on Poker Chip Forum, and he sent me these. So these are on loan, and thank you, Ben, for letting me review these awesome chips. So what are we looking at here? These are poker chips made in Canada from sea to sea, and they are handmade. They're actually ceramic, like pottery ceramic. Talk about true clay, talk about real ceramics. These are not plastic. And as far as I can tell, look at this. This is just absolutely lovely. As far as I can tell, the base color is this tan color. And then there is this white glaze, this white paint glaze that they put on it to add the extra color. You can see some red here. And these sets are available. Obviously, look in the description for links to their website, and they still might be available. If there are no links down there, it's because they're no longer available or I don't have a valid link. So let's start with the usual discussion about quality. And these are, because they are ceramic, these are not up to the standard that mass-produced poker chips hold. Does that make sense? Obviously, talk about flatness. I might as well mention durability now. They chip easily. You can look at the centering. When you look at all these chips, remember these are handmade, so the centering is variable. So I would not rate these as comparable to other mass-produced on the market poker chips. Now, I'm not sure if that makes them extra special or less special. It depends what we're using them for, right? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. So the quality is just not great. The design. Now, I, for one, really like this design. One-eyed dragon. It's kind of a throwback to like coin collecting, like the three-legged buffalo kind of interesting coins. So I like it that they did something interesting. The design seems very fitting for the chip, the style. I have no complaints about the design. The edge spots with that natural base color. You can see when they chip, you can see that base color shining through here. Very, very interesting. So the design I like for what it is. There's no denominations on there. You don't really need anything. It's clear what these are and for what they're probably going to be used for. And we're going to discuss that here after we talk about some of the materials, durability. These are, because they are true ceramic, you'll see that they are thicker. How many do we have here? 6 chips? You compare that to, let's roll in some, what are these? Horseshoe Cincinnati, Paulson's. Okay, these are real casino chips. You look at these stacks right here, they're kind of comparable. I wonder which one's thicker. It's pretty obvious. If you want a ceramic chip to stay in one piece, you're going to have to make it thicker than some of the high-tech casino chips that are out there. All right, so interesting. Interesting choice of materials. The implementation is interesting. It's very unique. You're not going to find stuff like this on the market every day. It's just not super common. Handmade, lovely attention to the details. And there's actually quite a lot of detail that goes into making something like this. So, take it for what it's worth. Now, we need to talk about where this sits in the market. This is like bringing a spear to the war in Afghanistan. You remember that war in Afghanistan? Can you imagine bringing a spear and seeing an A-10 Warthog bearing down on you? It's a little, there's a little discrepancy there in the technology level. These are not competitive with modern poker chips. As far as durability, as far as wear and tear goes, as far as consistency, that's just how it is. But this does have something like that spear that has a certain element of charm to it. It's endearing. And I think that's where this set falls. It falls in the collector or show area of the poker chip world. With something like as common as Milanos, you don't put these out on display. Everybody, look at these are so amazing. It's like, no, these are to be used. But if you have a display, you have an area where people can sit down and admire things. A poker room coffee table. I don't know if that's a thing, but if you had I almost said coffee room poker table, a poker room coffee table, you could totally have a set of these, and they would generate a lot of positive attention. They'd be like, whoa, it's like back in Roman days. I don't even think poker chips were around in Roman days, but you never know. Playing with Don't Touch My Stones, these are awesome. I absolutely love these. I want a set just to have, just so I can, admire them, show them off to friends. They're super interesting. They do not lack character, and I think that's something that's very important with something like this. Are they great poker chips? No. Are they a great display? Yes, absolutely. These are fascinating. I would not play with these, even with the most gentle-handed people in the world. I would not. If you playing in a massage therapist poker tournament, even then, I would still not roll these out. And yes, you can shuffle them. Again, these are not mine. So I'm just going to have to set them on fire and see if I can break them with my fingers. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. Would I recommend these? They're not cheap. I would say to a very select few people would I recommend these chips. People who are not planning on using them, people who have the surplus cash, the disposable income, that they can afford something like this. And what you're really getting is artisan work. Artisanal work. Is that the right way to say it? Well, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but you're getting a work of art. Whereas something like this, you're just getting manufacturing. That said, let's compare them. Let's do a little sound test here. I'm going to be gentle again. So we're going to try some ceramics here. These are the plastic modern ceramics versus a true clay ceramic, pottery style ceramic. Difference there, at least that I can hear it live. I don't know about the microphone here. Paulson casino chips. And finally some china clays. Very, very interesting. I wonder about classic poker chips. Oh, let's grab some of those. This wasn't planned, but we'll throw these in here too. Atlantic Club. Very, very interesting. All right, there you have it. One-Eyed Dragon. I absolutely love these. I'm actually jealous of Ben because he has the sample set. If they sold sample sets on their website, heck, I'd buy a sample set. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name is John Hobby. Please check the links in the description below. Really appreciate your support. Please subscribe and check us out at Patreon.